and welcome to another in the Ask the Data Governance Coach video series. And today's question is one I got asked yesterday, actually. I was at a conference and I, obviously, as well as catching up with my amazing data friends, I made some new data friends. And I was talking to one lady in particular who's been at her company a significant number of years, but has recently been appointed the data governance manager. And this happens quite a lot. Now, she was really passionate and enthusiastic about data governance, but she was a bit confused about what she should focus on first because she'd been told to do a proof of concept. And she was struggling to work out which data domain or business function or what she should do first. And she asked me, what would I do first? And clearly, if you've listened to any of my videos before, you know the answer is, well, it depends. Unfortunately for us doing data governance, there is no standard way of doing things. And in my free checklist that you can download from my website, gives you an idea of things to do. And it's that will then drive the more detailed order of things. So the one thing on the checklist that is there right at the top is working out why you're doing data governance. Now, we shouldn't be doing it just because it's best practice or because somebody perhaps senior at our organization decided we should. We've got to work out which benefits we're going to bring. And that piece of work is what's going to help us work out what to do our proof of concept. So I always recommend two things. So firstly, look at your corporate strategy. What is your organization trying to achieve? And then ask yourself and others that you know at your organization, is your data good enough to facilitate the meeting of those objectives? Because if it's not, that's great, because you've got a really clear area that you can focus on. And actually, you can use that information to get your senior stakeholders engaged and working with you, because they're going to be responsible for delivering those objectives and that strategy. And if you can tell them that you can help them, they're going to want to work with you. The second thing I do is look at pain points. I like to call these data quality horror stories. What is going wrong because of data? Is it rework? Is it customer complaints? Have you got a system falling over? I worked at an organization once many years ago where they had a team of 5 people in IT and their whole job was to fix data because the data was breaking the database. That's pretty horrific as a horror story, but we need to find these. Because if you can find some ones that are significant, then perhaps that's your proof of concept. We agree who owns that data, we define that data, and then we work out what's causing the problems and what can we do to resolve them. So you can gather from what I've just said, there's no one easy way to do it, but it all comes down to working out what the reasons your organization is doing data governance, what benefits you think you can deliver, and then choosing something that's not too big as your proof of concept. Now, clearly, if you're putting in place a new system, doing any kind of digital transformation, they need data governance to be successful. However, these are huge projects or programs. I wouldn't choose them as a proof of concept. If you've got permission to go straight on and do data governance, then absolutely I would make them your first focus. But if you've been asked to do a proof of concept to prove what you're going to deliver, you need to do something that is going to prove value, but is not so big. Your proof of concept is going to take years. So choose carefully. And sadly, I can't give you the only answer that will work for you, but go and find the right one by using what I've shared. And if you want to get hold of that free checklist that I just mentioned, you can download that for free on my website, which is just nicolaascombe.com. I hope you found that helpful. If you did, I'm going to do my usual plea. Please help me get the message out there to people. I was talking to people at the conference and they were all saying the same thing and the same as what I felt all those years ago. You feel very lonely, very isolated. It just feels like you're the only person who can't get our stakeholders to understand why data governance is important and why they need to do the things we're asking them to do. And it's only by getting this message out and helping people understand what they can do to take it forward successfully that we can stop everybody feeling the pain that we've all been going through. So please, if you have found this helpful, like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It all helps get the message out there. And if you would be so kind, please share it with somebody else in your network that you think might find it useful. So if you've got any questions that you would like me to answer on a future video, please please just email them in to questions@nicolaascombe.com. And I hope you will join me here for another Ask the Data Governance Coach video in a couple of weeks. Thank you.